Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, cadets, and welcome also our returning students and our transferees to ROTC 2 for school year 2020-2021. Before we discuss the 5 requirements or activities that we are going to have this second semester, let us again review the policies, the rules and regulations in the implementation of the NSTP ROTC component. Our regular ROTC training, when we conducted it face-to-face, each semester is composed of 15 training days. It's either a Saturday or a Sunday with a total of 60 hours. Since our training is done virtually, instead of a regular 15 training days per semester, we are doing it now for 30 days, wherein we conduct our asynchronous class on a Wednesday and then synchronous on a Saturday, wherein the total number of con contact hours is still 60. Let me just remind you with regards to the checking of attendance, wherein cadets are required to manually check their attendance during asynchronous meetings, which is every Wednesday of the week. So as you can see, from 6:30 to 6:45, if you mark your attendance in that time, you are present, but after that, you are considered late. And at exactly 0700 hours or 7 a.m. in the morning, attendance will be closed and you will be considered absent during that asynchronous class. But for Saturday, when we conducted it synchronously, cadet officers will be the ones in charge to manually check your attendance via Google Meet. This includes also the inspection of ranks. Please take note of this. Aside from the military aptitude and the subject proficiency or the exams, attendance is also part of your final grade, wherein 30% of it is accumulated. Please be informed that a minimum attendance of 80% of the total number of hours of ROTC training per semester shall be required to pass the course. Henceforth, any cadet who incurred more than 20% or 12 hours absences will automatically be dropped. We will be very strict this semester in implementing this, wherein announcement will be posted only once for a cadet to be reminded that he or she is already warning or a candidate for drop. A warning for drop cadets, meaning he or she has incurred 8 hours or 4 meetings, and this is unexcused absences. It's either synchronous or asynchronous. And then if you have reached the 12 hours or the 6 meetings unexcused absences, you will be announced as a candidate for drop. Please take note that cadet who exceeds this number of unexcused absences will be given a dropped order, meaning you are automatically F in your ROTC 2, and you will be taking it for next school year in the second semester. As shown, this is the computation of your final grade, wherein attendance is 30%, military aptitude, these are the merits, which is also 30%, and the subject proficiency or your exams, it's 40% for a total of 100%. So the computation of your grades for the attendance, This is what it looks like. The number of hours present is divided to the total number of hours per semester, which is 60, and then you multiply it to 30%. For the military aptitude, all of you are given 100 merits automatically at the start of the SEM. So the computation of the grade in military aptitude is your 100 merits deducted by your total demerits. You will be given demerits if you are late or absent, or you are incomplete in your uniform, no hairnet, unshaved beard, not wearing white t-shirt, not inserting your shirt, you don't have belt, you're not wearing your rubber shoes, you're not wearing black shoes, etc. So it will be deducted in your 100 merits and then divided by 100 merits multiplied by 30%. For the subject proficiency or your exams, this is how it is computed. So we have 3 or 4 major exams. That's prelim, midterm, pre-final, and final exam. We will be tallying the total correct answers and then divided by the total point value of all the examination. Let's say 100 per exam, that's 400, and then we multiply it to 40%. That's how you compute your grades in the subject proficiency area. Talking about absences, it is classified into 2 groups. One is the authorized absences, which is subject to make up, and the unauthorized absences. Authorized absences are subject to make up duty. As shown are the 3 reasons wherein your absence is excused. Number 1 is if you suffered illness or you incur injury, make sure to have a medical certificate with you. Second is if there is a death of your relatives or if you are a sponsor to a wedding ceremony, it can be excused as long as you have informed the ROTC secretary a day before the event. And number 3, the common problems the students are encountering is the power or the signal interruption. If you encounter this problem, make sure that you have a proof or evidence that can support the reason. It should include the date and time to make sure that it really happened on that day. And then for the unauthorized absences, those who are not mentioned in the 3 are considered unauthorized. So for the makeup, duty will be in the form of attending virtual discussion or activity hosted by Silliman University. Anyway, we will be announcing it in our Facebook group and in our virtual classroom, the dates and times of those virtual forum so that you can attend. And of course, you still have to comply with the reaction papers that we are asking to be sent to our official rotc@su.edu.ph email. And with regards to donation, it will be considered as long as we get an approval from the NSTP director himself, but this is on a special case only. So that Is it on our standard operation procedures and policies? If you have questions or clarifications or any violent reactions, um, just ask your cadet officer in charge so that they can relay the questions to me. Anyway, they know how to answer some of your questions, but if they don't, they will just refer it to me. So you can ask them questions after this PowerPoint presentation of mine. So let us now proceed in the discussion about the required activities that we are going to take up in the second semester. First is the first aid training, wherein you are required to do this to become certified first aiders. Then we're going to have a backyard gardening, then a tree planting update and reports on the situation or the progress of the seedlings that you have planted last time. And then we're going to have a drills and ceremonies again. This will be conducted by group or it can be done individually. But this time there will be um, it's going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist. Then lastly, we're going to let you disassemble and assemble M16A1 rifle. Real M16A1 rifle. Dili ni siya dummy. What you need to do to be a certified junior first aider. So first, you have to review the PowerPoint presentation, of course, and the video recording on the basic first aid and CPR given to you last semester. If you can no long, if you were not able to save a copy of the up, uploaded file, we can post it again in our virtual classroom. To be a certified junior first aider, you have to join a first aid and CPR training or seminar in your nearest Red Cross or in the DRMOC or the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office Council, or you can join in a rescue EMS or inquire them about first aid training or any agency authorized to give first aid and CPR training, which can issue a certificate, of course. How to inquire? You may call them by phone or search them online. Aside from the certificate wherein you were able to join the first aid training, make sure to also have a certificate of attendance wherein we will be requiring it also for you to upload it. Deadline will be announced later. In addition, you are required to cascade your training to your family wherein you will be sharing to them what you have learned. Make sure to make a video recording out of it and take some pictures also. This will be uploaded or submitted together with your certificate. A demo is being asked from you on how you would treat wounds, burns, snake bites, cramps, sprains, fractures, etc. And show particularly how to do splinting and bandaging. We have lifts and carries, the Heimlich maneuver and CPR. Please do ask your family members to assist you as co-first aider or to act as your patient. If you have neighbors who are taking ROTC or he or she is within your barangay, you can help each other out. Please be reminded that CPR should not be done to a well or live person. Just be creative on how you are going to go about it. You can create a dummy or have a Barbie doll, whatever you would wanted to use. Please avoid lang doing CPR on a live person. And lastly, for you to be a certified junior first aider is that for you to secure for your family a first aid kit containing the basic first aid materials. Again, submit a proof that you have one. Thank you very much. These slides are prepared by Captain Maria Elaine Adarna, Nurse Corps Reserve. We are now going to proceed to the second activity that you are required to conduct this second semester. It's about backyard gardening. As defined, a backyard garden simply refers to a home garden that can supply your family with fresh greens and vegetables daily. And according to Dr. Helen, as an internist at Harvard affiliated Massachusetts General Hospital, backyard gardening can inspire you to take an interest in the origins of your food and make better choices about what you put on your plate. And when you grow your own food, you savor it more because of the effort it took to get to the table. So, growing your own food has many health benefits. Number one is it helps you eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. You decide what kinds of fertilizers and pesticides come in contact with your food, and it lets you control when to harvest your food. Vegetables that ripen in the garden have more nutrients than some store-bought vegetables that must be picked early. We have here some tips for beginners. If you are not able to conduct your backyard gardening during your elementary school years, here's some tips for you. First is for you to start small and plant things you'd really like to eat. You pick a spot with at least 6 hours of good daytime light and, of course, access to water. Use contaminant-free soil. Consider using a raised garden bed, which allows you to control the soil and nutrient blend. And you can talk to farmers or other backyard gardeners in your area to get a sense of what grows well in your region and when. Here are the 10 steps to jumpstart your backyard garden. First is you consider what to plant. You must think of what kind of vegetables you're going to plant. Second is for you to pick the correct spot. Make sure the area that where you're going to plant your vegetable has access to sunlight. And number three, of course, you clear the ground free from wild grass or roots. Fourth is you improve the soil, work the soil, pick your plants. You start planting it, water it at the right time, protect your garden with mulch, and of course, regular maintenance of your garden. Here are the instructions. Select at least one vegetable variety of your choice. If you would like to prefer two or more, it's your call. Second is for you to prepare your garden area. And um, if you don't have an area that big, you can use any recyclable seedling pot or bag material wherein you will be growing at least 10 seeds of your choice. Anyway, this PowerPoint presentation prepared by Sergeant Lindy Ekatan will be posted in our virtual classroom for you to review and be guided on the instructions he made. Here's the guide link to proper gardening. You can watch these videos in YouTube. So for the tree planting update, what I'm going to discuss to you about this is that you will be showing pictures or videos wherein you are doing a proper care and maintenance of your seedling planted, and then a weekly pictures with caption, week 1, 2, 3, etc. like this with your seedling. You're going to have a selfie for your first week, and then for your second week you can do it like that. Then you have the details below that fruits are ready to harvest, etc. And then you document the growth and progress of your seedling. We will be asking from you a minimum of 13 pictures or videos wherein uh, a span of 13 weeks documentation or more if you like. For those who have not yet started conducting documentation on the updates of their fruit-bearing trees, you can start today, January 23, 2021. And for those who have updated before, well and good. You can stop making updates up to April 24, 2021. So that is what we are going to do in our tree planting update activity for this SAM. Then lastly, our drills and ceremonies. Anyway, instruction will be posted once PowerPoint presentation is finalized for specific instructions for you to be guided. You will be conducting the drills and ceremonies as a group or solo if you like, wherein giving of the commands will be done by one of you, and then others will perform the proper execution, and it should be done in an open field. It will no longer be done inside your room. Look for an open field in your area. Then lastly, we have the disassembly and assembly of the M16A1 rifle. For you to be guided, a video presentation prepared by Second Lieutenant Cloyd Sikatan, MAC Reserve, will be shown on how to properly disassemble and then assemble back the M16A1 rifle. The video is already uploaded in our ROTC YouTube channel. For those of you who have not yet subscribed, make sure you do and hit the thumbs up button. We'll now look up the video. So again, if you have any questions or clarifications or maybe violent reactions, just message or ask your cadet officers. If they doesn't know the answer to your questions, they will be referring it to me so that they can get back at you. So once again, thank you and good day.